Gourmet nutrition. This was inevitable. We have a nation of foodies, and we're not paying enough attention to it. Number one, we all know this, and there's a lot of data, if you want to see it, to prove that. Consumers will not any longer give up nutrition for health. Taste for health. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen because that data on those two charts on the left show you the size of the foodie movement. It's huge. It's 31 million, the diehard foodie. It's probably, 60, 80 million just kind of foodie. But you can see it also skews very, very young. So there's a couple things that are going on here. One of the things is that they're driving a very strong fresh movement. And if you look down there on that blue box, as we saw on our first slide, refrigerated prepared foods are now number 7. If it's fresh, 7th fastest growing CPG in the United States. Incredible. So if it's fresh, it's got to be healthier. And so we're seeing it start to play out. And they're expensive. We all know that. You can get them in the supermarkets, but they're still not as inexpensive as making it yourself. Now I want to show you some really neat data from the Hartman Group. Some of it was in What America Eats, which was in the January food technology. But we have a big movement to eating alone. I think you all know that. Even if you're in a family household, a lot of times you'll come home from work and eat by yourself. Your kids will eat separately, whatever. Evidence to show that when you eat alone, it's a savoring food experience, meaning it's become part of a foodie experience, and they've kicked it up a notch to be fresh instead of frozen. Look at this. If we have a culinary consciousness about nutrition, look at this. This is the new savoring food experience. Hartman, it's from the Hartman Eating by the Numbers report. This is one of the best reports I've seen in the last 10 years. Savoring, it's a more sophisticated culinary experience defined by freshness, distinctive flavors, foodie narratives. It's, Copper River salmon, glacial spring water, all of that stuff. But look at the impact of it. Look at the top eating occasions. The ones in red are savoring, meaning they have a foodie element, a healthy foodie element. Number 3, savoring dinners. Savoring lunch, 10% of all eating occasions. Savoring lunches, savoring breakfast, and a savoring snack. We better really think about how we're going to meet this new, really interesting, and a higher price point movement. Look at how many, it's kids, 29% of kids. We got foodie kids, for real. And look at adult snacking. What do they want to be more savoring? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? The most boring categories, no offense to anybody working on them. Things like potatoes and, and rice, things that they're probably eating white rice or even brown rice. They want them to be more interesting. So as you go through this conference, don't let it worry you because it's apparently speaking English that kills us. Eat and drink what you want.